they hurt me, you'd find out what made me angry, then use it to your ability. Now you're trying to avoid me. You're the big problem here, a bully to many for so many years. Now shut your mouth, close your ears. Never learned your lesson and nobody cares. That's what you're here for, here to make me miserable. I know you get joy out of it. You hurt me but call me the same names again. You know I never liked them, and that's so unforgivable. I know you ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again. You ruined my childhood. You hurt me and do it all over again.
Everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to the Sims 4 Royal Witch Kingdoms. Today we are continuing with the noble family of Eodvell from the kingdom of Eodja. So, I have already been recording for like 15 minutes and we had some spicy things happen, but then I realized that the thing I was using to record unfortunately was frozen on a particular screen and it was not actually recording any of my gameplay. So I had to delete it and start again. And we've already progressed a little bit, so, you know, I can't really go back to that. But I think we can carry on from here just fine. So let's quickly go through what happened in the movie and then I'll try and catch you guys up on what's happened in the 15 minutes that I've been playing. So essentially we saw the aftermath of their night together. They were in bed, kind of like now, and then the next morning Ismera was making breakfast and she was kind of speaking to herself about how, well, you know, their time together took an unexpected turn because they did come to the academy to do something entirely different, but at least it wasn't in vain, because even though they've been trying to build a connection with the other witches, unfortunately everyone's been giving them the cold shoulder because they're from Eodja, so they have been unable to go ahead and meet witches from other kingdoms, which kind of sucks, but you know, they're still trying. So there was that, and then Kyle woke up and he, you know, said good morning to her, and then they were kind of flirting with each other, and he said, well, I have energy for round 2, and I included that because after the try for a baby whim that he had initially at the end of the previous episode, that kind of timed out or went away. He fulfilled it, and then he had a fresh one to try for a baby again. So he had a second one for that, which I checked to see if it was fresh by unpinning it and pinning it again. So if you can't unpin a want, then it means you've just completed it, and the game's just going to take some time to have it, fade away, because the game registers that you completed it, but then it brings that want back, except you can't unpin it, like it's locked there for a bit, and it disappears on its own. But if you can unpin it, that means that it is a fresh one. So I checked, and it was. So we had that kind of at the back of our minds while we were waiting to see if Ismera conceived. So she was making some breakfast, and she kind of told him, calm down. One, we have to wait and see whether or not I have conceived from the first time around, or like the night before. And then she said we have a bunch of other things to do after breakfast. And basically she's the ambitious one in the relationship, so she was kind of saying that we have to try and get to know the other Tetralas and Tiras, the other royals and nobles, because our potions, they won't be idle for long, or they can't be idle for long. Their family isn't going to progress if that is the case. And the reason for that is because I am not going to be getting my witches in Eodja to experiment and learn new potions until they have basically used up or sold out everything they have currently in stock. And that way we have kind of like milestones, before they progress, so that we're not mindlessly just creating new potions, and we're not mindlessly doing that on a constant basis without clearing out the stuff we've made before. And when you experiment, well, a lot of the potions they have now, when you experiment, you do make sample potions. So their spaces at home, it's like stocked fully. And we need to get rid of that before they can learn and progress and become better potion makers and alchemists. And to do that, they need to know witches from other kingdoms, so that I can do my random generators off camera and basically give out those potions to the other witches for their services, various services. So that is kind of what they've been trying to do, and they agreed that, okay, that's going to be the directive for today. We're going to try and make these connections before we leave the magic realm, before we leave the academy and return to Eodja and their estate. So we waited. She wanted to chat a bit with Owain, so we went ahead and did that. And then we waited a whole day to see if they would interact with anyone, which they did not, unfortunately. And also, if they would... I'm just going to speed things along here because they're sleeping, like there's nothing else to do right now. But I'm chatting, so like I don't mind them sleeping through this. So anyways, we waited a whole day to see if she would connect with anyone, or if he would. They did not introduce themselves to any of the other witches, so I suspect everyone's giving them the cold shoulder for belonging to the kingdom of Eodja. And then, at the end of the day, unfortunately, she did not conceive, so I went ahead and used up Kyle's second try for a baby want. We did that just before they went to bed, so now we're kind of waiting to see if she's pregnant from the second time around we've tried, or including the consummation, it's the third time around. The first two times she did not conceive, so fingers crossed things are going to go well from here. And what else? Oh yeah, Kyle has an interesting want now. He wants to flirt with Lady Arwen. And at first I was like, well, maybe he just wants to, make a trade connection. That's his way of enticing them into his potions. But then I was like, wait a second, Arwen is from Eodja. So I think what it is, he's not romantically interested in her, because I can see him being devoted to his wife, but maybe he's just trying to be extra friendly to figure out if the Eodmoons are having an easier time befriending the other witches than he is, because I think right now they're kind of struggling. So I think that's what's going on with these guys. And that is where we left off, and that is where we are picking up. So yeah, she's gonna go to the restroom, which is fine. I'm gonna get her to take a shower. She's gonna make some breakfast for them. And then the grind to make friends continues. So let's take a shower. And then, nope, yep, that's gonna go off. So why don't you clean this up? And then, oh great, you gotta repair this as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. And this is like, I think the one kitchen we have. So that has to be functioning in order for us to make food. Thankfully, they're not like super duper hungry. What's happening here? Is he gonna go talk? He's doing an introduction to Dorian! Or is Dorian doing an introduction to him? Please, 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 chat. Where is Dorian? Where is Dorian? Dorian? No, Dorian's leaving. Oh, see what I mean? I think Kyle was trying, he like maybe sent a messenger to tell Lord Dorian that he would like an introduction to him. Look, he was trying to do a fun introduction to him. He sent a messenger and Dorian's not interested. He's like leaving the magic realm. This is what I mean when these guys are getting snubbed. I thought they weren't trying, but they are trying. It's just not working. Oh no. Okay, you go take a shower while Ismera figures out food and repairing the fridge and feeding you guys. I hope he's able to introduce himself to someone. I feel like this is the problem. Like, he's actually sending messengers to arrange meetings, but they're ignoring him. They're just completely ignoring him. And Fane is in here doing who knows what. Fane is here helping out at the academy. But you know, even if they work a little bit at the academy, it kind of makes sense because this is like where their children come to learn. So obviously they would probably like volunteer from time to time to help out with certain things, fix things up, make sure the academy is in tip-top condition, because they don't want the youngsters to be, you know, struggling or anything, or in a place that is not up to par. But you know, this is a very beautiful academy. Look, I would love to be in a witchy school like this. That would be awesome. So, okay, let's deal with that. And, Kyle, buddy, just forget about your wife for a second. And, see, look, Zara is talking with, Diamond. That is good. Why is it good? Because it is trade connections. These guys, though, okay, now that he's like not chatting with her, I hope he starts speaking to someone of importance, not like these Vulcanaes. I mean, the Vulcanaes are the only ones who give them any time of day, so they're the only ones that they're trying to do anything with. But yeah, once you're done with that, let's do some cooking. We need to do some cooking. So what do we want to make? Maybe like these stuffed fritters. That kind of sounds nice. Make some of these stuffed fritters. Let's go do that once you are done with this. And don't even chat with Kyle. Don't even worry about that. I'm so sorry, Kyle. I just like canceled your interaction with your own wife. He doesn't care. He's like, I am speaking to her if I want to speak to her. Okay, fine then. Fine. You know, he had that one to flirt with Lady Arwen, and I never got to complete it, but I don't remember if I pinned it or not. I thought I did. It's disappeared now, though, unfortunately. So I can't really do anything about that. Sometimes even your pinned ones disappear, and then they come back later on, and I don't know what triggers that or what doesn't. But I have noticed that usually when your Sims go to sleep and wake up, and then when they go to a different lot... No! No! What the frig is happening? What is happening? I am so confused. Looming death? Oh, she got seriously fried. Oh, she got electrocuted. I got so scared for a second. I was like, wait, what? No, she hasn't had a baby yet. So yeah, okay, so I think she got electrocuted while repairing the fridge. So she's kind of scared of death now. I thought that was like a death notice. But it is not. It is just a healthy fear of death. Yeah. Apparently she's the business savvy one, funnily enough. But yeah, she's confident, she's ambitious. Kyle's like they're both perfectionists, so I feel like in that way their marriage works very well. They complement each other very well, but he's very proper. So he's very proper. So, you know, he is a nice guy, but also he, I think, feels like there is he doesn't like forcing his way into conversations and like being in people's faces. So that's probably why maybe he's a bit more meek when it comes to trying to introduce himself to the other witches. Like, he can't bulldoze his way into their presence because he feels like that's very improper and rude. Why is this poor quality? Oh, because she's dazed. That's flippin' why. Because the poor girl is dazed. Okay, Helicent is coming on up. Helicent, do you want to chat with these guys? It'd be nice if you could chat with these guys. Like, really, it'd be nice. Even if we could sell potions to you, like, we'd be very grateful. Please, please. Did you see the face she gave them? I don't know if you saw the face she gave them. But look, she had this, like, look of disdain. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's like looking down on them. That was rude, Helicent. What is this? Are they speaking to... Is she speaking to Archrose? Please tell me you're speaking to Archrose. Please. Please, please, please. What's this? Eodmoon. Oh! Frick yeah! This is also another great thing. Half the time I ignore these pop-ups, like the should I hang out with this person, because they're always wanting to hang out with like random Vulcanates. We don't want them befriending commoners, but if they befriend another witch, that is great because, like I said, business connections. And we might have zero success, just like the Eodvells when we're playing with the Eodmoons. But when we get these kind of pop-ups, that's awesome. So, hey Lord Kyle, I've been thinking about getting to know High Lady Calypso Siddeley better as a friend. Do you think the two of us should hang out? Yes, go for it! Heck yeah! Are you speaking to Archrose? Are you actually? Hold on a second. Does this count? Oh no, why doesn't this count? No! It doesn't count as a connection? Is this a friendly... Yes! Yes! Okay, so Ismera is the one who Archrose was talking to first. But Kyle is the one who introduced himself to her. Oh, I love this. So I think what happened is maybe they were kind of ignoring High Lord Kyle, but then Ismera sent a message to Lady Archrose. Because Kyle, you know, he's being unsuccessful reaching out to the other High Lords and Ladies, but then Ismera thought, maybe if I go to one of their spouses. And, you know, Archrose, she's quite pleasant. She is Valar's wife, and, you know, she's not the head of a household, just like Ismera, and Ismera thought, maybe if I can arrange a meeting with, you know, my husband and another High Lord's wife, then that might be a connection that we didn't see before. Lo and behold, Ismera kind of made that meeting, or she arranged that meeting, and then she kind of backed off, and it was Kyle who then spoke to Archrose. So that is awesome because it means we have a like trade connection now. If we could snag just one more sim, just one more. I feel like you need to have at least two. You need to have at least 2 trade connections to make a potion trade. I feel like. Because my random generators, you know, they're not going to be very random with just the one sim. So I think that's what has to be done. Okay, that was kind of successful. That was very exciting. Like, very exciting for me. But okay, I am going to let them maybe do things a bit more. Hang around a bit more over here, and we'll see if anyone makes more progress. Or maybe even if we find out that Ismera's pregnant, we could dive back in and take a look. Oh my goodness, look who is sitting on the dinner table with them. It's Atros' husband, High Lord Valar Rowan. This is amazing. Is anyone going to introduce themselves to him? Like, please? Also, Kyle's whim is introducing himself. Oh, he's being greeted! Yeah. The want to flirt with Lady Arwen, it is back, so we can act on it, but guys, look at him! You know, Ismera, she's the ambitious one in this partnership, in this marriage, and she made things happen. She arranged that meeting with Atros and her husband, and then Atros probably went back and spoke to her husband, and then Valar came and himself greeted Lord Kyle. So that was amazing, and I am so flippin' happy at the progress that these two are making. So, I mean, we've got the minimum of, 2 Sims that we need. And at this point, I mean, they are from, one household, but I suppose they could choose to deal with Atros, or should we have, like, Sims from multiple households, or do you reckon just 2 Sims from one household? Because I'm kind of thinking, like, even whether we deal with Valar or with Atros, the potion is going to go to the same household, right? So I'm thinking maybe instead of saying 2 Sims, I should change it to a minimum of 2 households we need to have so that we can choose who to deal with. I think that's what we might do. Because then also, depending on the household, like, there might be different kind of service rendered to these witches for their potions. Like, if we were to engage a Ramong witch to trade potions with, then we wouldn't require, like, a secondary role to decide, like, who that witch has to use their magic on. Because with Mischief and with Untamed, you have to cast the spell on someone. Whereas in Ramong, they have practical magic, so they just do the one spell for that specific sim. So I'm thinking we might not trade at all until we have, like, minimum of 2 households within an acquaintanceship. So you just have to have, like, at least 1 sim from 2 different households before you start the random generators and you start trading. But he's celebrating, which, really he should be, so I'm glad for that. But also, does he not know Lady Arwen? He does not know. Is that another connection? Oh, he's just watching a magic duel. Darn it. But yeah, he doesn't even know Lady Arwen, and he wants to flirt with her. He probably knows that his wife is an acquaintance with Arwen, so Ismera is probably going to invite Arwen to the magic realm, and then Kyle is going to sneak away with her and converse with her, while hopefully Ismera is distracted, because I don't know if she's going to take it well, if her husband is flirting, no matter how good their relationship is. But I don't think he's romantically, at least not now, I don't think he's romantically interested in her. I think he's just trying to be extra friendly and figure out, like, what's going on with the Eodmoons. And what's this? Cloud gaze. It is too late to be cloud gazing, though. Like, this is no cloud gazing time. Okay, so you guys, now they're in a group. We are going to disband the group, and then we're going to form a group between them. So let's do a respectful introduction, and then you guys can converse with one another. So let's go do that, and this way we'll be able to kind of move them away into an inconspicuous area for him to be extra friendly. So hopefully we don't step on anyone's toes, because that would be quite unfortunate. And these guys, I swear, they are attached to each other like magnets, Ismera and Kyle. So I hope she's like engaged long enough in something else for us to have this connection here. And look, it's Soren. He's a teen now. He's grown up. No, we don't want anything to do with that. But yeah, he is a teen. So there's that. And also, by the way, the Nullbots. They have 5 kids now. Soren's mother recently gave birth. Well, not this recent, but you know, an episode or 2 ago. Gave birth to their 5th child, a little girl by the name of Anora. So we have Miss Anora Nullbot. And she has black hair. She's a toddler now. She's got black hair, purple skin, and dark blue eyes. So there we go. We finally got the dark blue eyes and purple skin on someone. So actually, she's got the exact genetics of Dorian. Huh. Interesting. Okay, you guys, you've introduced, you're conversing. Now let's go flirt with her. I don't know how she's going to take this. Is it attempt to swoon or court? I don't know which one it is. I'm just going to go for one of these. And hopefully one of them count as a flirt. She might not take this well. Yep, she's like, nope, what are you doing? She did not like that. That was embarrassing. Oh, goodness. Did that not count? Oh, no, that did. Okay, she got very embarrassed by that. She's probably wondering, like, why is my friend's husband acting this way? I don't think she's friends with Ismera. No, she isn't. They know each other. They just know each other for now. They're not exactly friends. Well, oopsie doopsies. I think you were being a bit too friendly, and it kind of bordered on inappropriate. Or maybe she just wasn't comfortable with how friendly you were being. So, yeah. He's gonna go back to doing his own little thing. And hopefully are they tired? Are they ready to like go to bed already? Huh. Okay, you know what? I'm actually okay to send them to bed early and then maybe check in later to see how things are going. At first I thought we were being really unsuccessful, but you know, they met 2 Sims while here, so if we stick around longer, they might meet more yet. The joy on my face right now, because looky guys, Ismera found out that she is indeed expectant in the morning, so she is in her first trimester, and for that I am so excited. So we have that going on. Kyle wants to be friendly with Ismera. Obviously, he's like super excited. I think he should kiss her hands and be sweet. Because, you know, she's got this happy news to share with him. And they've been waiting for this and trying for this for a while, I feel. I honestly, like, the time I've spent playing these guys, it's been the longest this season of any family, just off camera playing them. These 2 episodes combined, like there's been so many days that has crossed between them. I feel like a bunch of Sims have aged up into elders while I've been in this household, and a bunch of kids have just grown up while I've been in this household because of how much time I've spent here. But they have managed to finally bring us an heir. So there we go. There is that. And have you not been friendly with her? Oh, I guess that counted as romantic. My bad. Let's have a deep conversation, maybe about this child's future, because that would be a great topic of discussion. Now, something that one of you lovelies was saying in the previous episode is the idea of maybe the households bringing in governors or governesses for their children, especially if it's a household with 1 adult, just so they have, you know, like for gameplay, just so that they have a backup in case that 1 adult dies, your kid won't be assassinated or booted like High Princess Eve. And honestly, I feel like that's part of the reason why a lot of the High Lords and Ladies don't marry off their bachelor siblings. because their siblings serve as, governesses or governors to their kids. So they keep them in the palace unless there is a proper, legitimate alliance with a, high king or a high queen or a high lord and high lady. Because then they are, the only times I feel like they would be willing to sacrifice a sibling from the household would be to build a political connection or alliance or marriage, right? And if that's not happening, then there is no point to marrying off your sibling to another second-born who doesn't really have any power. That makes no sense. And that's why it hasn't been happening very much. So I'll have to see how I feel about that. I mean, with the Sims that have siblings, and I feel like this is also motivation for the witches and, people in a witch society to have multiple children, more than one. I mean, having an heir is great, but having an heir to spare would be amazing, because that means that even when you marry a child out, you ideally have someone to keep back. I guess even a spare isn't enough. You would want to have maybe 3 children. Basically as many children as possible is ideal. Being in a family like the Nullbots is great because they have 5 kids. What does that mean? That means that they have an heir already secure. The family line is secure. They have a bunch of other spares that they can use for political alliances. They can marry them off to other kingdoms. And then they still have, they'll probably still have children left over to serve as the heirs, the governess to the heirs' children, if that makes sense. They have 5 kids. They can keep the heir, marry off 3 of them, and keep the youngest to be the governess for the heirs' children. So that's kind of an ideal situation to be in. Even 3, I feel like, maybe would be ideal. So that you have an heir, you have 1 child to marry off, and you have 1 child to keep. But, it obviously depends down the line. Okay, he wants to chat with Lady Ismera and become friends with High Lord Valar. Yes, I approve, and I love that. You have not managed to meet anyone else, unfortunately. That would have been great if you guys could have. We still want them to meet a sim from another household. We want to have at least 2 households to deal with. But let's go chat with Ismera then. Let's talk a little bit with Ismera. Maybe express admiration. Be friendly, express admiration, and we've got Elrond in this group conversation. If they could introduce themselves to Elrond, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, that is not happening at the present moment. And a bunch of us were chatting, that maybe in the comments we were saying how we could see the other kingdoms kind of outcasting almost the witches from Eodja, and maybe in the future the witches from Eodja have a hard time finding spouses to marry into their kingdom, or even marrying out to other kingdoms because nobody really wants anything to do with them. But then you said you could see the Naldegans going against, societal norm and still trying to marry up in Eodja, or using their offspring or siblings to build connections in Eodja, because they like that. They're ambitious like that. They don't really care about honor and all of that. Okay, you should go to the bathroom because we do not want you to pee yourself. That would be grievously embarrassing. So let's go do that. And you as well. I mean, her needs are a little bit all over the place now that she is expectant. And she's constantly hungry. Constantly. Thankfully, I've got some delicious meat pie for them to eat. I mean, he's already kind of full, so we'll leave him be because he needs to converse with Valar and become friends with Valar. So where is he? Oh, did he go back home? Probably. It's fine. We'll invite him back. We'll speak to him. Let's invite him back and speak to him. What's this? Cloud gaze. with Ismera. That is quite sweet of you. Yeah, kind of like how much time he spends with his wife. He had that one odd moment where he wanted to he wanted to flirt with Arwen, even though he'd never met her. But, I guess he just wanted to do... I could have done, like, a flirty introduction, maybe, but it just didn't cross my mind. Okay, Valar's gonna be right over. Valar, give us a... Actually, no. We're gonna meet him right now. I was gonna say, give me a second. Let us just cloud gaze with wifey, and then we'll be with you. But... no. She's busy, eating. She's busy having lunch. So we can't really disturb her. Invite the current lord. Come on, invite him to the academy. Invite him to the academy. But yeah, I love the idea that the kids and teenagers, they come here. You know where they go off camera and we don't see where they are? They come here to learn. But also, I like the idea that this is kind of a hub for the other witches as well. And maybe they come here, but not this specific building. Like, maybe they come to other portions of this campus. And these particular buildings, like this immediate area, is used... They're like academy grounds, but it's kind of used for the teenagers and the older witches, the other witches, to socialize and all of that. But okay, let's discuss logic puzzles and make a joke, converse. Don't be romantic with him, please. That is just going to be all sorts of awkward. Ask about his day. Like you just began this friendship. Let us not ruin it from the get-go. Let's talk about warm temperature. Have we already asked about his day? Maybe. It's okay. We'll ask multiple times. Let's gush about your partner. See, that is fine and well. Talk about the cloudy weather. Ask about love life. I think that's friendly. Just check up on him and his wife. Give relationship advice. Why not? I don't think he needs it. He's like older than you. He probably knows a lot more. Let's joke about the Tetrulas. Let's have a deep conversation. And tell him a dramatic story. Discuss more logic puzzles. Complain about the cloudy flippin' weather. Maybe the cloudy political weather. Tell him a funny story. Discuss fishing spots. Let's do an impression. Discuss expanding the family. We'll do that. Discuss expanding the flippin' family. And oh look, Elrond is like right here. Elrond's here. It's almost as though he's listening into them and he's like really not happy. He's not impressed with the Rowans trying to befriend the Eodvells, because you know a lot of these witches, they don't really like anyone from Eodja. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. It's okay, Kyle. Keep trying. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about what they have to say, okay? You just keep going, buddy. You keep striving. You keep striving. Because the Rowans, I mean, they have decided to give you guys a chance. So you guys, you take that chance. Let's ask about his day. Cloudy weather. Yeah, don't worry about anything else. Gush about your partner a bit more. Maybe the fact that she's expectant. That'd be like, you know, good news for any family, I think. Oh, they're friends now. Awesome. Okay, so they're friends, which is great. And, oh, great. He wants to flirt with his new friend's wife. Oh, wow. Well, you know, guys, I've been thinking that Kyle, he's just a nice, like, overly friendly guy. But now I'm wondering, like, what's going on with him? He's flirting with like all of his potential friends and friends' wives. But where's Archros? Now we need to go find her. Actually, how is Ismera doing? It's 5 p.m. I think they should be able to go cloud gaze now. Why don't you take a break? Like, you need a break. Go cloud gaze. But yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to stick to the original thing. Any of these flirts he's throwing, like, unless he gets really specific and he tries to do something more physical, I think the flirts are just him being, like, overly friendly for the purpose of business. He's trying to coax them, like, coax information out of them almost, I think. And it's great to see our Nalkosi queen still an adult, because I think she's on the brink of elderhood, and guys, honestly, I don't think she's going to be able to get married by the time we get to her. I think she's going to be an elder, because she's in, like, Nalkosi, which is the third kingdom, and it's going to take us, like, we're still with the Eodjas, and then we're going to go back to Ramong, then to Ciccar, and by the time we get to Nalkosi, I think she's going to be an elder, and she's going to have to take on an adopted heir. So we should be looking to those, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth borns to see across the different households. Anyone who has 2 or more kids, we should be looking to them to see who could be the potential heir to Nalkosi, because I don't think Lyra is going to get married at this point. If she was a young adult, then I'd be like, okay, maybe we'll get there in time, but I honestly don't think that we will. It's another reason why I get excited when I see her at the Magic Realm, because I'm checking to see if she has gray hair or not yet. But okay, now Kyle has spent some time with his wife. He can find Archrose if she is here. If not, he already knows her. He could just invite her to the Magic Realm. Let's quickly scan to see if she is anywhere here. I do not see any turquoise. There's Daphne. Oh, yep, she's over here. So we are going to... Archrose? What is he doing? He's dancing. Archrose. We don't want to arrange her marriage for anyone. Okay, she's leaving. We're going to have to call her back, and that is absolutely fine. We'll let her take off. We'll call her back. And we'll throw in a flirt with her. So hold on a second. Oh. Let's invite her back to the academy. Okay, don't talk with these Vulcanes. Don't waste time on them. Talk to the Tiras. Stick to the Tiras and the Tetralas if possible. Okay, this is good because Valar is going back home. Oh, nice! So now Calypso and Emery are friends, which is great because that's a business relationship that's like already waiting for us when we jump over to play with them. Yeah, where is she? Come on, invite her over. Invite her to the Magic Realm, please. I hope no one's starving. Look, I really hope no one's starving. Archrose? Archrose? Oh, there we go. There she is. Okay, let's go over and court? Attempt a spoon? Maybe we'll attempt a spoon. Okay, I don't know where is she? What is she doing? Okay, she's dancing. She's distracted. She's distracted. So we are gonna run out and attempt a swoon with Archrose, and her husband isn't even here. You know, the new friend we made. He isn't even here to keep tabs on her. But Daphne certainly is, and we know there's a rivalry going on between the sisters. And also, Diamond's right here. So if these guys see some improper behavior, word could get back to their spouses, which wouldn't be great. But okay, let's attempt a spoon. Oh, look at that. Look at that. She accepted that. Remember Arwen? She was like, what? No, why are you acting that way? Oh, is Valena gonna chat with you though? I mean, hey, if flirting with Archeros gets us Valena's attention, it was well worth it. Valena, do you want to chat with us? Valena, do you want to chat with us? Please chat with us, Valena. Valena, don't walk past me. Please don't walk past me. Valena! Anyone? Hellicent? Someone talk to me. We need to know another household. Okay, look, she's tired. She's going to bed. She's like, I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy and hungry. Actually, before you sleep, you have enough energy to cook yourself some food. So, can we do that? Can we, like, go to the bathroom real quickly and cook up some dinner and eat that? Because I don't think we have it in us to sleep through the night without getting hungry. And we don't want to be ravenous in that state. Because I don't think we're going to handle it that well. Okay, why don't we make some pumpkin stew? That actually sounds so good. That sounds so good. Let's make some pumpkin stew. We'll go do that. We'll go do that. So I'll send her... Are you chatting? Are you chatting? Where's Valena? Oh, she's coming back. Oh, no. No. Why did that get cancelled? No! Valena, come back, speak to us. Honey, no. Don't do that. Darn it. Okay, well, these guys, they're having, like, a suggestive conversation. They're autonomously being really flirty, and I'm like, I've stopped, but they're still going. Okay, he wants to get to know Valar, and he wants to woohoo with Lady Ismera. So, yeah, they got along very well. Thankfully, they didn't develop a romantic relationship. I think they were just being overly friendly. And now he's, like, going back to thinking about being friends with Valar and, you know, being romantic with his wife, which is all fine and well. But yeah, I feel like this was a successful episode, and we can look forward to the heir of Eodvell in the next episode, and then, you know, fingers crossed we'll have even more business relationships than we do now. So, okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.